Okay, welcome back to Paper Pirates. I'm going to be making Queen Anne's Revenge. This is how it will look when it is finished.
They need proof of their shorts.
So, now let's get started. So first things first, you will need 2 pieces of tan, 1 piece of red, and 1 piece of black and brown. But I do not have those colors, so I'm going to be using 2 navy blue, 2 tan, and 1 red, and 1 piece of white, totally wet paper, which is what you need, 1 piece of totally wet paper. I'll be right back. I need to grab something.
Well, you have to send proof somehow. You have to send wage stubs, an employer statement, an award letter, an income tax return, or other documents.
Now let's get building. So first things first, you're gonna need one of your pieces of paper of the navy blue, or I mean black, the brown piece, and you're gonna fold it down like so, and then you're gonna fold it in half. Like so, and you kind of make it like this, and then there you have your curved boat piece. Next, we're gonna take our scissors, and we're gonna cut a strip all the way down the long way of the red piece of paper. And we're gonna make 2 of those. Okay, now that we have our 2 pieces of red paper, things, we're gonna put 1 there, and then we're gonna take the bottom of our ship. Now we're gonna take our tape, and we're gonna tape it. Part of it. Okay, we're gonna tape it here. Like so, partially on the navy blue paper, like so, to make it stronger. And 3 pieces of tape, 1 on each end on both sides.
So there's your line right there.
Yeah, there's lots of options. You can fax it. They give you a cover sheet.
Fax them. All right. We need proof of the following information for the people listed below. Yes, we do have the information.
If you send a copy of the income tax,
okay, now so we have our red strip. Now we're going to take our other red strip and do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, now that we have both our red stripes, now we're going to set this aside. Now we're going to take one of this piece of paper, and we're going to cut it down we're going to cut strips of it that are kind of thick down the long way.
Oh, you did this time.
We're going to need 2 strips and each one's about 1/3 of the paper. Okay? So now that we have our 2 strips that are about 1/3 of the paper, we're going to now use them. So set one of them aside, and then take this strip and put it underneath the red strip and connect it to the other blue, so that now it's going to have a red strip in the middle of the blue.
Somebody's got to start making a sandwich.
So now it looks like this. Now let's get our other strip of blue and do the exact same thing. Okay, now we have our entire bottom of our boat, and it looks like this. This is the bottom of the Queen Anne's Revenge. So now let's set that aside. And we're going to take our tan piece of paper, which mine is super light tan, because we don't have the right type. And we're going to use it as the deck. I'm going to use the whole piece of paper because I made it really big this time. We're going to tape it on both sides. So now we have a pretty big piece. Now we have a pretty big boat. Now we're going to take this piece and we're going to cut a piece about this big, and we're going to curl it around to make a tube, and we're going to use that as a sail. As a mast.
It can't be bigger. It's already smaller.
Okay, now we have our tube, and we're gonna put that aside, and we're gonna cut a strip all the way down the long way, down the piece of paper, so we get this. Now we're gonna fold it in half and make it like this, and now we're gonna tape that.
Here's another one.
Sorry, that's my sister's really weird game. I don't even know what's going on. That first one with the screeching sounded like she was killing people to get points. Now set that aside, now that you have that. Now we're going to make one as half as big. We're going to make one half as long. And we're going to fold that one down also like this. And now we're going to tape it. Like so. To have this. And now we're going to set that aside. And then we're going to take the big one and our mask. And we're going to tape the big one to about halfway up the pole. And we're going to take our small one and we're going to tape that 75% way up the pole like this. Now we're going to set that down. We're going to take our white piece of paper and we're going to use what we've already made and we're going to put it through here, and then by seeing that we're going to know where to cut it to make the perfect measurement, because we used our thing to actually measure it, which means it's the perfect exact measurement. See how I put it like this and I cut where I needed it, and now it's the perfect size. Hannah, that sounds like a sleeping elephant. Is that a zoo? Hannah, why aren't you talking? Sorry.
I'm not talking.
So now that we've made this bottom part, we're going to cut down to make it slanted like this. And we're going to cut down on the other side like so to make this. So now that we have this, now we're going to go to the other one. Now we're just using our poles and masks to measure it, because if we use what we actually need to have the piece for, measuring it, but with that works perfectly because we get the perfect measurements. We don't even have to round to the perfect inch or whatever. We just cut. Hannah, did your game just say, Poppy Pig, Fatty Die?
No. Which one is the one that we speak? Which one is the one?
You know it's flags always on those games. Okay, so now you're gonna just cut, and it's always the England flag. It's always the England flag. Okay, so now we have our sail. We're going to set that aside and take the piece of paper from before. And we're going to cut a piece like this. And we're going to fold it in half And then we're gonna fold it in half again if you have a bigger slab, so that it looks about this. And now we're gonna fold it and slide it in there,
Which one do you want?
and then
Square.
tape it.
What is this?
The tons of circles? Yeah.
So that it's like this. And now we're going to take that same piece of paper that we used to make that, and we're going to tape it on so that while we're building, it won't move while we're cutting around to make the circle bottom.
Are they cookies or cakes?
So we're just going to tape it there like this, and then we're going to start to cut.
Cookies.
Then we're just going to tape it once it's cut, like this, and then we have our perfect crow's nest. Now we're going to take our tape,
Oh.
and we're going to tape it to the top of the mast. And now we have our mast with the sail and the crow's nest. Now we need to tape the crow's nest, and the mast and sail to the middle of the boat. Once you tape it to the middle of the boat, then you tape it down. Just keep taping and things, and then perfect. Now you have that. Now the only thing left is you cut a teensy little piece here, like this, and we're just gonna cut a tiny circle. And now we're just going to tape the tiny circle to the little stick, and then that's going to be our steering wheel. See, here's our little steering wheel. And now we're just going to tape it to the bottom of the boat. And then there you have it, with your steering wheel and your mast and everything. That is your Queen Anne's Revenge Blackbeard ship. And that'll be all today. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe.